And don't like doing things just because. We don't like working hard. And if we need to do something, we need a reason as to why we should do it, right? If you've ever heard a kid, well, why do I need to do it, right? Like we want to know why. What is the purpose in doing this? I'm not just going in circles and circles and circles without understanding this situation. So, what do you do when you don't have deep motivation or you can't pull out that motivation to really help you do what you need to do? Hey there, I'm Esther Rabbitbore, and I help ADHD entrepreneurs optimize their brain so running their business is a whole lot easier. Now, sometimes we can do something on a basic level without fully knowing what we need to do. There's usually like a basic level of understanding of like why I need to do this, right? If you've ever heard a kid ask their parent, like, why do I need to do this? And they said it's just because, which by the way is a horrible answer. But if they said it's just because, then the kid might still do it because even if their parent is not giving them an answer, then at least there's a certain motivation of like, the father told me to do it, or like, if I don't do this, I'm going to get in trouble, or I like my mother, or like my teacher, or whoever it is, and so I'm going to listen to them, that sort of thing. There's a basic level of motivation of why they are actually doing it. But if you can, it is way better to explain to them the reason as to why. They might ask you more questions. They might not be able to fully grasp it based on how old they are or based on what the situation is, but still teach them to ask questions and you do your best to explain to them the reason behind it. And that doesn't just apply with children, that applies with employees, that applies with clients, that applies with everyone who you're dealing with. If you can tell them the reason as to why they need to do it, they will perform and do a way, way better job. So don't just take tasks out. Explain to them the reason, explain to them the bigger picture, the deeper reason as to why. Better yet, this is like really challenging, but if you could do this, literally results are going to skyrocket. See if you connect the why to their why, not to your why, but to their why. Now, what happens when things get really, really, really challenging? Just listen to me is not enough. You actually need a deep, deep emotional reason, right? Let's say you started your business. Okay, foundational basic reason is you want money or is you want to help people. And so most tasks, that's a good enough reason, right? Like I want to make money, and so I am going to do this task. But when things get really challenging, that's not a big enough task. You're like, okay, maybe I should just go find a job. Or like, okay, I don't think I could do this. And it just gets really, really challenging. And that is where you need to find a deep, deep, deep emotional reason to help you get through this. And this is an amazing exercise I learned from Dean Graziosi, and I absolutely, absolutely love it. Okay, so this is what you're gonna do. You are going to grab a pen and paper, and you are going to ask yourself, write down, number one, ask yourself, why did I start my business? Or whatever you're trying to figure out the motivation for is like, why do I need to do this task? Whatever it is, ask why with whatever task it is. And then you're going to answer because I want to make money. Whatever is the first answer that comes to mind. Because I want freedom. Because whatever it is. Okay. Now, whatever your answer is, you are going to write question number two. Why do I want to make money? Or why do I want freedom? And and then you're going to write that question down and write another answer. I want to make money. I want freedom so I can travel. Let's just say. Okay. Or I want freedom so I can stay home with my kids. Or I want freedom because I don't like people telling me what to do. Whatever your answer is, you write down the answer. Now, based on that answer, you're going to write question number three. Why do I want to travel? Or why do I want to stay home with my kids? Or why do I not want people telling me what to do? Whatever it is. And you are going to continue this pattern 7 times. You are going to continue this pattern 7 times. By the time you get to answer number 7, you should have hit a really, really deep emotional reason. You might get stuck at like 5, 6, or 7 and be like, I don't actually know. But all of a sudden, like you feel it on your inside and you feel and you fall deep. That is the deep, deep reason. And so when you're stuck up with a hard, challenging task in your business and you don't want to do this and you feel like quitting or you just don't want to get out of bed in the morning and it's just so overwhelming, payroll and clients and all this beautiful stuff, you remember your answer number 7, and that will help you get through this challenge. Okay. So it's a 7 levels deep exercise, and I think you should try it right now. Another option for you to do it is to do it with another person, have the person ask the questions. Some people like it better by writing, some people like it better by talking. You do what works for you. Have an awesome rest of your day. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you on the next episode. Bye for now.